Very good evening to your Sports Night. I'm Damien Bess. Well, it's only the start of the second match of the West Indies 4-day championship, but already there's concern over the Barbados Pride's batting. They were dismissed for just 167 in their first innings against Jamaica Scorpions at 3Ws Oval. CBC's Anne-Marie Burke reports on the first session of play, which saw the first 3 wickets fall that started the slide. Within those 3 Windies Test batsman Craig Brathwaite for Dec, he was dismissed in the very first over.
Deciding to take first knock, the Pride sent openers Shane Moseley and Craig Brathwaite to get things going. While certainly Brathwaite failed at that, as facing his third ball, he was back to the pavilion, dragging a duck behind him and not a run on the board, the Scorpions releasing the early venom. More trouble for the Pride as the Scorpions struck again. This time skipper Shamar Brooks was a goner, caught by Jermaine Blackwood, the bowler Derval Green, his second victim in a matter of balls. Brooks only got 3, the Pride in hot water at 4 for 2. Some glimmer of hope when Jonathan Carter announced his presence at the crease by turning this ball to the ropes, the first 4 of the game. But could you imagine another wicket would go? Green would get his hat-trick, Moseley given LBW, contributing just 1. The Pride falling further in the hole, the score now 16 for 3. Carter was still there, trying his best to steady the ship, nicely dispatched to the ropes 4 more. As Carter was able to go to lunch unbeaten on 25, with him Aaron Jones not out on 15, the Pride on shaky ground at the break, 54 for 3. 23 overs completed. Anne-Marie Burke, CBC Sports.
Well, thanks, Anne-Marie. Carter and Jones would put on 66 for the 4th wicket, but Jones' dismissal for 28 would trigger another slide, which would end with the Pride all out for 167. Carter top scored with 51, inclusive of 5 fours, while Jamel Warrican made 26 and Justin Graves 25. Nikita Miller took 4 for 53, Derval Green 3 for 10, and Dennis Bulai 2 for 50. The Scorpions in their first innings in reply, they're off to a pretty good start, 102 without loss at the close of play. John Campbell is on 67 and Chadwick Walton on 19. Day 2 starts at 10 a.m. Live coverage on 94.7 FM. Well, the government of Barbados and those of other Caribbean states will soon have a judicial bill to debate regarding our cricket. The International Cricket Council is in the process of persuading governments in cricket-playing countries to make match fixing a criminal offence as it renews its resolve in the fight against corruption in the game. The move comes amid a renewed focus on a problem that refuses to go away. A recent spotlight has centered on Sri Lanka, where former fast bowler Nuwan Zoysa was charged with 3 counts of breaching the anti-corruption code just 2 weeks after Sanaf Jayasuriya had been charged with refusal to cooperate with anti-corruption officers. The growing number of T20 leagues around the world has also opened up a new avenue through which players can be and have been approached by those trying to corrupt the game. Well, Combermere are the senior boys champions of the National Sports Council's Outdoor Hockey Championship. Playing at the Wildy AstroTurf in the final last evening, Combermere blanked St. Leonard's big time, beating the Richmond Gap boys 8-0. That thrashing came after Combermere had defeated the indoor champions Queen's College 7-1 in the semis. Meanwhile, in the other finals, Frederick Smith got over Combermere in the under-15s, while Allen beat St. Leonard's in the under-13s. CBC's Mark Seal reports on those 2 junior finals.
There was one semi-final to be completed before the scheduled finals, and it was in the under-15 boys. Combermere would go 1-up here on St. George, the defense giving Mikel Yearwood way too much space. Combermere on the attack again, and truth be told, St. George had no player to match Yearwood. This time he's surrounded and hounded by 2 defenders, but he still got off the shot. 2-0 to Combermere. And here in the second half, Yearwood feeds Jerry Gann, who didn't get the power, but more importantly, he got the placement. Combermere into the under-15 final with a 3-0 win over St. George. Now to the under-13 final. This game had 1 goal, and it came in the first minute. Allen in the blue brought the early aggression to bear on St. Leonard's. With several attempts thwarted, It eventually was Joshua Eastman who got the ball into the goal to give Aline the 1-0 win for the title. Now, during that break for the Under-13 final, Cobblemere got a rest, but now they were on the turf again for the Under-15 final against Frederick Smith. Once again, a lone goal would determine the winner, and it came from Dominic Toppin of Frederick Smith, thanks to this precise aerial pass, giving them their first ever hockey championship. Mark Seal, CBC Sports.
Thanks, Mark. Barbados Jet Blues put in a gutsy effort to win the play-it final at the Mitsubishi Electric Rugby Barbados World Sevens recently at the Kensington Oval. The Bajan lads defeated Trinidad and Tobago Police 31-7 to lift the trophy. Meantime, in the championship section, Project X Waterboys of Scotland narrowly defeated Oran Ponty Butchers of Wales in the men's elite finals, leading 7-5 at halftime before closing out the match 14-12 to take home the grand prize of $10,000 US.
Project Waterboys from Scotland against Ponty Butchers from Wales in the final of the Barbados Sevens, playing rugby on a cricket ground. Into the 5, support's there for him.
Big opportunity here going wide for the Scottish side.
He's gotten loose, driving over the line. He's got across the line. Does it get held up or not?
And this is a opportunity for the Project Waterboys in the Welsh 22. Big powerful running. Good
Oh,
offload,
great stuff.
Is that. I suspect
that could
try will be enough for the Waterboys.
To take the ball from Project Waterboys at this point, and they've got such a controlling manner about the game and really never giving the ball up over the last few minutes. Good
That's
contest.
a penalty, I think, to the Ponty Butchers.
He'll go quickly.
And
some fresh legs on.
Yes, they have.
Ball's loose. They've got numbers out there.
Oh, and that's a handoff. That's a fend off and under the posts. So,
okay, this is getting interesting.
Well, this is a very straightforward conversion. Don't rush it, though. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. There's still time for one more play. And one of the players who I suspect is probably not a seasoned kicker of the ball was very keen to take it urgently there, and then
was abruptly told not to.
And then McGee, who was the guy you were talking about, who is the kicker. Oh, it's the last kick of the game anyway. That's why. Oh well.
So Project Waterboys, once again, the champions of the Mitsubishi Electric Rugby Barbados World Sevens here in the Kensington Oval of all places.
We're also taking home $10,000 US in the ladies' elite section. We're defending champions Rugby Écossais Féminine of Scotland. They defeated Sion Rugby Academy of the USA 31-21.
We've got the women's final just beginning. Écosse Féminine from Scotland with the ball in pink on the left-hand side of your field. The legendary Heather Fisher playing for them.
Écosse actually won this 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't around then. Which was, I guess, okay, yeah, I wasn't around at that time. So,
yeah,
before my time.
Oh, here we go. Speaking of, Kiki versus Heather.
Nice contest there, huh?
Yeah.
And away to the races. Kiki's got some wheels, but she couldn't do it. Oh, my Lord. She's flipped. So, Écosse Féminine first on the table. That was quick. Been on for, what, 30 seconds? A minute at the most. Yes, a lot of players from Holland on this Écosse team. Group of 4 of them, I believe. Is that right?
Yes. There's
some serious talent out there.
Yeah, there's about 4 or 5 of them here. We met some of the parents yesterday over at the stand.
Slightly deeper kick this time from the Science Sirens. Not completely out of this game. It's not without. It's not out of their reach. Gonna have to work pretty quickly to get possession again.
No, big hit from Nate on Tilly. Here goes Heather Fisher.
She's beaten 3 so far. She's gonna outrun the 4th potentially. She's taking a real close look. She's slowing down, but I think she's got the lungs for it, and she does.
Wait to see us on the field. You think we're sweeties?
I am sweet.
There's
and
Nate.
she's away. She's gotten through. Cyan Sirens, are they still in this game? There can't be much time left. I think they're still 2 tries down. Could do the graphic on the screen. 31-19 currently. It might be a little bit out of reach, but they're still battling back. They've trying to keep themselves involved in the game, and that is it.
That's our final. Those are our winners.
Écosse Feminine have won it all.
Well, the tournament, which formed part of the Barbados Independence Invitational Games, carried total prize money of $30,000 and featured 23 men's and women's teams from the region, North America and Europe.